This week, we're not in Scotland, but we're still on a shoestring as we head south to explore some of the beautiful coast of Yorkshire. This is a cracking part of the world with lots to see and lots to do, so all aboard Daisy as we head for the end of the road. And this adventure starts late one night in the pretty town of York.
We are in the town of York, which is amazing, quite frankly. And we're here to meet Bex, which is also amazing. Yay! I don't think DeNiro's ever seen a railway station before. This will be an experience. Fortunately, it's quite late and there's not too many people about. Too many people to try and make friends with.
And I tried to get DeNiro to pose with the York sign over there, but he just would not look at the camera. Awkward big doggy. But that was fine, because we didn't have to wait here for very long, because over there, that is Bex's train. It has to be said, for a sighthound, our big lump is not always very observant, but he did eventually spot who was hiding behind that sign over there, and he's always very, very excited to see his mummy. So let's get back in the van and head towards the coast. And with the gang reunited, that's it for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
This is the starting point for today's little point-to-point journey, and this is Spurn Point, which is another big long dangly bit. This time it's hanging off the bottom of Yorkshire.
And it's a lovely sunny day in October.
Yeah, the weather is a little bit unexpected. DeNiro is obviously leading the way in spite of not actually knowing where the way is going. And there's lots of shadows in that shot. That's very unprofessional. Hello! DeNiro, we're having a bit of an ear problem here. What's going on with the ears? First stop, obviously, because Bex is here, is the cafe. This is the Spurn Discovery Centre. No idea. Yorkshire Wildlife Trust, blah blah blah. It's decision time. We are here, and this is the bit I was talking about. It goes all the way down to a lighthouse and stuff. So yeah, I think we might go for a walk down there, yeah?
And then come for coffee.
And then come for coffee. Actually, I've just seen two reasons not to do that walk. You can't take dogs south of the car park, which is ridiculous, and no drones, which is also ridiculous. A lot of bird watching type people here. That's probably why there's no drones and no dogs. That's not fair. No drones I can understand, but no dogs. But on the way back to the van, look at that. There's a Second World War pillbox. That's quite cool. There'll be a lot of them down here. This area was at fairly high risk of invasion from the Germans during the war. DeNiro is not interested. He just wants to go for a walk. As it is a nice day and we've come all this way, we're going to go for a wee walk without the dog. He is back in the van, very probably asleep by now. A warm and welcoming place. Lots of things you're not allowed to do, like basically anything. And just in case you missed any of the previous signs, no dogs past this point. Okay, well, the dog's in the van, so it's fine. We're going for a wee look. It is a very nice beach. Nobody told DeNiro that we were here. Over there, you can just about see the lighthouse. That is the end of Spurn Point. It's about 5 kilometres from here, but it is a nice day for an explorer. Not sure what was here. I'm guessing sort of military stuff, but there's so much concrete. That's all not rock down there. That's all big slabs of concrete, and it's the same the whole way along. Actually, thinking about it, there is a road that comes to the beach at that end, and I think from the map there's a road at the other end. I wonder if that was like a road, all that concrete was just a causeway. No idea, but that's a more educated guess. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to edit Bex out of the bits of this video, unless I don't and she'll shout at me, but she's just noticed that she's wearing a red hoodie and a green shirt. It's a bit of a, even by my standards, it's a bit of a clash. Apparently she's saying red and green should never be seen, and I can't think why. You will notice that she's zipped up her hoodie to try and hide the green. It's a nice green shirt, maybe not with a red hoodie though. That beach we just walked along gets cut off by the tide, so there you are. You can take shelter in there if you're stuck here. Doesn't look very exciting to get stuck in though. That adds a bit of credence to my idea about a causeway, because down here there is a railway line. During the Second World War there would have been a lot of defensive positions around here, lots of anti-aircraft stuff, because over there, beyond the lady in red and green, there is Hull and Grimsby and ports and lots of stuff that would have been very tempting targets. So this bit of land would have been quite good, because the Germans coming from over there, we'd have to fly over it. Alright, we have been walking down here commenting on the fact that there are no birds at all, but down there are some birds. What sort of birds they are, I have no idea. Geese or ducks or something, I don't know. Anyway, birdies, they're definitely birdies. We could have brought DeNiro down here anyway, because we know we're birds like that. Remember that video we did at Bramall Park where that goose came towards him and he backed right off? He's a big wuss. We are getting closer to the lighthouse, and I think someone is on a mission to make it to the lighthouse, so I think that's where we're going. Have you found some interesting art, have you?
strange.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. It's definitely a butterfly or a moth or something. Why it's here, no idea. But we are almost at the lighthouse, which is the sort of objective of this wee walk, I guess. Now the sign back there said you don't bring your drone, but you get great views from the top of the lighthouse, so fingers crossed it is open. Oh well, couldn't you have just predicted that then? This lighthouse, which is up there behind us, was opened in 1895 and closed in 1985. So yeah, this is as close as we're going to get. It says you can get into it, but you get down here after walking for an hour and it says you can't.
Did you bring the coffee and scones?
I've got coffee and scones, apart from the coffee and the scones.
Oh, so got to walk 5k back to the cafe.
Indeed. There must be an awful lot of sand accumulated on these dunes since the 1940s, because there is a railway line which goes from under the dune over there to under the dune behind me. I did that backwards, didn't I? Can I do it again? And there is the railway line going from under the dunes over there, across the road, and under the dunes over there. It's quite a nice study with blue sky and sunshine and clouds and stuff. But with that, heading back to the van and DeNiro, and also to the cafe next to the van for coffee and a scone. If you don't fancy walking the length of yourself or the length of Spurn Point, you can get this Unimog truck thing, goes up and down. It's like a transporter for people that are possibly not quite as mobile, or people who are quite lazy. One of the two. Not quite sure the environmental credentials. Wonder how many gallons to the mile it does. And we just had to stand in the ditch to let him pass. He could have stopped there till we got past, but hey ho.
You could have waited till we all got there.
And now a dilemma. Do we take the track to the right that we came along, or the track to the left that looks like it's made out of actual path? Let's go this way. That was Bex's idea. It was a bad idea because that path just stops. So we'll go the way that I said we should have gone, which I didn't actually say we should have gone. Oh, cheated and took a shortcut. You'd think if they spent less time looking at the birdies, they could spend a bit of time cleaning up that beach. There's lots of lobster pots and junk on it, as you can see down there. It is, apart from the rubbish on the beach and the fact that the sea is a lovely colour of brown, quite a nice view and quite a nice day. Loving it so far. Oh, it's another place with something really, really exciting to look at. Can you stand the excitement? We'll go and see what they're looking at. I'm going to go right out on a limb and say possibly a small brown bird. Lots and lots of remnants of what was here before. That's an awful lot of wooden piles stuck into the beach there. And behind that is one of the big wind farms that are such big business these days, an offshore wind farm. Probably doing quite well on a day like today, because it is a little bit breezy. I said to Bex I was going to go down and look at all the concrete remains on the beach, and she said, on you go. Not, I'll come with you darling, but on you go. It is the remains of a very, very substantial construction. I have no idea what it was. I came down here hoping I would see bits of railway line in it, so I could say it was for the old railway, but I can't. So yeah, it is just lots and lots and lots. And guess what? Lots and lots and lots of lumps of concrete. How exciting! And the problem with that little bit of content is now I am playing catch up with our vision in green and red over there. Something else exciting. More groups of people standing looking. The only time you ever see that anywhere else is when there's puffins about. I'm guessing there's no puffins here. And quite frankly, if it's not a puffin, we're not interested. Puffin or nothing.
Nothing.
Very exciting. There's a big exciting moment happening over there. Thank you for visiting and not bringing your dog or your drone and not going up our lighthouse. This has been a bit disappointing.
Stop being a miserable old troll. It was a lovely walk.
I'm not being miserable. It was a lovely walk, but
Now we're going for coffee.
okay, coffee and a scone.
10k later.
10 kilometres. Yeah, went out for a wee
I've
walk.
earned it.
10 kilometres later. That's excellent parking, isn't it? That's almost completely blocking off the road if anybody needs to get through.
Stop being so bloody miserable.
So we've come to the cafe, but unfortunately we've been beaten by all the bird watchers because there wasn't a great deal left. There is a cheese scone, which, as everybody knows, is the third best type of scone behind plain and fruit. Cheese scones shouldn't really be scones. Cheese and scone, anyway. And what I think is a flapjack and some coffee. And therefore a happy looking Bex. Well, as happy as you can be with a cheese scone. It's such a hard life being a greyhound. We just decided we're going to pack up and move on somewhere else, and he's decided, no, I'm going to lie down here and be awkward, right in the middle of the path. There's been a lot of excitement recently. A Richard's pipit. Have you ever seen a Richard's pipit? Did you even know it existed until now? I'm guessing it's a type of bird. And that is it for Spurn Point. We are now heading north. What's the next destination? No idea. We are exploring a part of the Yorkshire coast that we've never seen before, so you will find out about 10 seconds after we do. This is apparently Withernsea or Withernsea, and it's about as exciting as it looks. I think we're going to find out if there's anything worth seeing, and if there is, we'll show you it, and if not, we'll just keep going. Our
overnight stop was near a place called Skipsea, and this was literally the end of the road. It wasn't that long ago that there was a caravan site here, and now there is just vertical muddy cliffs. There's virtually no rock here. I guess that's why it's quite soft and it all gets washed away. And yes, you did just see something written on the cliff's top there that could only be seen from a drone. I guess it's still quite a dangerous place. Bex didn't actually realise how close she was to that big bit there until I showed her the footage afterwards. Otherwise, I don't think she would have gone that way. That is tonight's dinner in Scotland on a Shoestring HQ. That is going to be a chicken curry. At the moment it's just chicken and some onion. And that is our view. Some wind turbines and some fields, and over there is the sea. But as we know from our drone footage, the sea is quite a long way down. And Bex is cooking, obviously, because she's a girl, so I've got the most important job. I've got to go into our ample storage and find something that goes with chicken curry. I'm thinking probably that, because it's all we've got, so it'll have to go. There's always something slightly unpleasant about working with pre-mixed curry sauce. That looks like, yeah, if DeNiro's got an upset stomach, it looks a bit like that. Well, they say presentation is everything, so in that case I have failed, but I present my chicken curry with noodles, because we've only got one pan, so it all goes in the same frying pan, whether it likes it or not, but yeah, I'm sure we'll manage. I was going to have our two dinners sitting side by side, but unfortunately somebody's started already. Deep in the darkness of his crate, the Greyhound plots the downfall of his humans for not giving him any chicken curry. Dun dun dun. DeNiro, look scary. Scary. They can't see you at all. Believe me, he looks really scary. Hang on, I've got a light. Ta-da! Scary dog, scary dog, scary dog. DeNiro, I'm sorry we haven't given you any chicken curry. That's why you're in a bit of a bad mood. But believe me, that is for everyone's benefit. Yours, so you don't have any discomfort, and ours, so I don't have to get up in the middle of the night and take you out.
Very cosmopolitan dog.
We've compromised. He's not getting chicken curry, but he is getting egg noodles. Who knows what egg noodles do to a greyhound's digestion? We'll find out tonight, I suppose.
Who will be saying, don't feed your dog noodles?
People will be saying lots of things, but our dog appears to like... That was supposed to be his breakfast, or possibly my breakfast. DeNiro, look up.
It's like a wind spinner.
It's a new egg noodle spinner. It's like your crochet wind spinners, exactly. It's a noodle wing... Yes, okay, DeNiro, this is not great television if you don't look up and try and eat that. There we go.
Oh, he's lost it.
But fortunately, the egg noodles did not seem to have any adverse effect on DeNiro's stomach, so that was all good. And the next morning we woke up and it was a perfect day for the next part of this wee adventure. DeNiro, we'll have to edit this bit out. Oh, there must be a way down there because there's a doggy. This coastline is eroding at about 2 metres per year, but because there's nothing much here to protect, it's just farmland, they're letting it go. Whereas a bit further up the coast at the towns of Bridlington and down the coast at the town of Hornsea, they're obviously trying to protect it because they don't want towns falling into the sea. They don't mind farmland falling into the sea, but yeah, not keen on the thought of towns. That is an excellent zoomy beach and there must be a way down onto it, but I've got no idea where that might be. And there's that sign that we saw from the drone, send nudes. You can see there the scale of the sort of land loss. That's all just ending up down there and then ending up, no doubt, out there somewhere. Nice morning though. What a nice day and what a nice part of the coast. We're now going to head up to Bridlington and we're going to give you a little look around there. It's very touristy and from what I recall not particularly high class. And then we're going to cut cross country. We're going to a place called Ripon, which is very, very high class, I think. I've no idea if that's the case, but I do remember Bridlington being a bit naff and Ripon being quite nice. We'll find out today. Nope, you're staying there. We're going to go and find the charity shops. You're in charge of the van, DeNiro. This is obviously Bridlington Harbour. Didn't have to tell you that, but it's quite nice. A lot of historic boats here as opposed to just being a fishing harbour. Apparently Bridlington is the shellfish capital of Britain, so they say. A baby seagull with a poorly leg. It's just sitting there squeaking and saying, help me! Sorry, I don't know any seagull first aid. Oh, look at it, poor wee thing. And of course, when you're at the seaside, it is always obligatory that you have some seafood. I think that little seagull is actually part Greyhound because it was standing squeaking and limping and making all that noise and saying, oh no, look at my poorly leg. And now it's saying, oh, you've got food. I'm alright, come on, give me some food, I'm alright. How brave are you feeling? Come on, get it. It's like, no. This is the seafront. There is a pirate ship, Treasure Island. Wow. Don't think it's really a pirate ship, but Bex is not interested in such frivolity. She is heading for the charity shops. How many are there on your map? A Sense charity shop. You don't see many of those anymore. Used to have quite a lot. Sense and Age UK side by side. Let's go and see what we can see. Straight to the junk department.
What could we make out of this?
Something very yellow. A chicken. You could knit some chicks.
That would make a wee person happy, wouldn't it?
Lots of beads and stuff. Yes, we don't know any wee people.
A bag of treasure. Nice pair of jugs for you.
I do the jugs jokes.
They're nice jugs, so hand painted for him.
A heat pad even.
A pet heating pad. Give your pet the warmest nest in the coldest winter. I think that would maybe fit on one of DeNiro's paws.
Yes, it would just about take up no space. Oh wow, that's quite impressive. It is Christmas time, clearly. Ella Fitzgerald.
Here's one for us.
Oh, for us, young lovers. Yeah.
Perhaps today for young lovers.
About 40 all-time honky-tonk hits. Who's that? That's a really disturbing cover.
Great scenes from, must be from a
Yeah,
opera.
it looks as, yeah, not quite sure what's going on
That's
there.
what men are meant to do, look, protect
Got
women.
wear shirts and boots, and there's always got to be the 1970s young lady hits of Hawaii. Look at her hits. Bex resisted buying any of the treasure in that charity shop. Let's see if we do better in Age UK. Do you fancy an American Eagle? Bex is on a mission to find the cheapest charity shop books. They were £1 each in the last shop, and here they are 99 pence. Quite expensive for books. Okay, next up is the cat's protection, so let's go and protect some cats. What they need protection from is greyhounds. Beck's pretty sure that must have been quite a popular record in these parts, because it was next door as well, the hits of Hawaii again. Quite a good way to have your records, apart from the fact you can't actually see them.
Found a new hobby for the winter evenings. 20 to make sugar birds. I could do a different one every week. I could start at the back with a cockatoo. Oh, look at that, that's beautiful. A nice hummingbird. And then I could get onto the lovebird. Oh, that's nice.
Last charity shop was St Catherine's Hospice, and we actually bought some stuff. We bought some glasses and a rack, and yeah, very exciting stuff, I'm sure you'll agree.
After the rugged and mostly natural coastline down at Spurn Point, it was nice to be somewhere that was a bit more managed. This is Bridlington Beach with its lovely beach huts and its cracking view, and did I mention it's a beach. It's a very big and very empty beach at this time of year, so guess what? Yeah, it's time for DeNiro to go and have a little bit of fun.
He's absolutely full of bounce. A little bit giddy is that greyhound of ours. Yeah, he's not going to do any harm, is he? There's dog people about, but no people about, so it'll be fine. I'm running away from you. DeNiro, bye! And we are off. The Bridlington Beach Zoomy Championships are a go. Oh, dogs and beaches, eh? They're just... Although, to be fair, it doesn't always look where he's going. It's quite a nice view of the town from down here, and slightly better in a minute from the drone. When we first got DeNiro, somebody asked me if I was going to race him. I said, what's the point? He's much faster than I am. Problem. I think he's about zoomed out. You've just seen that in pretty much real time. He runs for a couple of minutes, and then that is him. Meow. DeNiro! Nope, he likes his mummy better. DeNiro has now done enough zooming, and that'll be him for the rest of the day. Oh no, Bex has got him zooming again. Go DeNiro! Yay! Oh man, this is the best reason to get a dog. Just get on a beach and let it off and zoom. Have you ever seen anything, anywhere, look as happy as DeNiro looks right now?
A lot of these English seaside towns were pretty run down, but the thing that gave them a lift was COVID-19, surprisingly enough, because people, when they couldn't travel overseas but could travel within the country, would come to these little resorts and rediscover how much fun they actually are. Now, we love places like this at this sort of time of year, but to be totally honest, I'm not sure we'd be quite so keen if there were thousands of people milling about. And if it was the summer, we couldn't take the dog on the beach anyway.
Try to get that clever thing with the shadows that people do. What way are the shadows? So what way would we be walking? If we walk that way, with the shadows behind us. Yeah, it's not really working. Need bright sun overhead, I think. Well, there must be an angle that it's... Nah, the sun's got behind a cloud now. Shall we go for ice cream?
Yeah.
Or apple pie ice cream or whatever? Yeah. It's lucky we weren't here in the summer. No dogs on the beach. What is the point of a beach without dogs? We ran along here earlier, and I'll spare you that, but we ran past this place and it said homemade apple pie with ice cream. So guess what? We've gone back.
Do you want a whole slice?
Yeah. I'm not sharing a slice of apple pie with you. Can I get 2 apple pie with ice cream, please?
Yeah.
And 2 white coffees. That is some portion of apple pie and ice cream. Once again, I'll show you the 2 side by side, but somebody has already started. Yum. It's like a grave marker, but it's not. This is the Princess Mary Promenade and Seawall, opened in 1923, September 1923, by, funnily enough, Princess Mary. And by this point, we were just about Bridlington out. It was time to move on somewhere else.
Where are we going?
Nowhere. I just, the van, there's something wrong with the van. It said it felt like it was pulling to the left, so we had to come down this little side road.
What's sign did you see?
I did nothing. I've seen nothing. This is just
I've seen something.
No, definitely not. I just the van. It's the van wanting to come this way. I think there's something.
The sat nav's not telling us this is the way to Ripon.
I think there's a fault on the sat nav.
fault,
It said to turn this way. Nothing down here to see at all. Didn't see any signs at the top of the road at all.
I never know where we're going.
I never know where we've been, so it's fine. Yeah, honestly, I had no idea there was anything down this little single track road that I've just brought us down. Oh, look at that. That is St Andrew's Church of Boynton. Let's go and have a wee look. Hopefully there's a... Oh yes, there is. I know absolutely nothing about this, apart from the fact that the sign said historic church. So let's see how historic it actually is. There's Annie, widow of Arthur Strickland Esquire, 1884 she died. So yeah, we're in the sort of 1800s. Born February 1819, died 1909. Oh, is that what is that? Ah, it's not. I thought it was a jumbo-sized war grave, but it's not. It just says Richard Marriott, who died in 2021. So that's far too recent. The church building itself is quite nice. It's, I'm guessing, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that is a very old bit there. It used to have a pointy sort of thing up there you can see, and the back bit of it is all missing and has been rebuilt in brick. How's that for a theory? Quite a good theory, I think. And away up there, if you can see them on the side, that is St Andrew, that is. You can tell by the cross. There are some quite nice gravestones in here. Don't worry, we're not spending too long here. We have got quite a distance to go today, but that is somebody who died July 10th, 1991. That's a fairly new. Yeah, it is. This is all quite modern. I am quite disappointed. Some very intricate monuments here. That's 1863 and that is 1819. So yeah, I suppose this bit is a little bit older. It's all mixed in. There's old and new dotted about all over the place. That one there is under a little D's, but that was somebody who was the vicar here, who died in, I guess, 1947. Quite a nice stone. And then this is the one we came over here to see. Is this any older? That is, nope, again 1920s. Boo. Propped up against the wall of the church. I don't know if that is very old or just not very high quality sandstone, because there's nothing left on it to see. Yeah, okay. Oh well, that was kind of worth a stop, I guess. Not particularly, but anyway, we're now going to keep going towards Ripon, unless I decide to stop again anywhere else. Well, that wasn't a hugely interesting church, but while I was in there, Bex has been doing what she always does to pass the time.
Crocheting, just making another jumper for
a commission this time. It's for a friend's birthday.
It's a present, it's not a commission.
I call it a commission. People think you do commissions and you'll make some money. Go on, hold it up. That is really... I still cannot believe that somebody can take something that is like a piece of wool and turn it into that. That's very clever.
Just working on the sleeves.
And the next stop on this wee journey was back where we started, in York, but not to visit the railway station. Oh no, I wanted to go to the Railway Museum, which looked quite interesting. I really like this little train. It looks like it's for people that don't know if they're coming or going. It's got an engine at both ends. Maybe they just reversed into each other really fast. But as well as all the really old trains, there's also some quite modern technology. This is the Eurostar that goes under the Channel Tunnel between Britain and France. But what I'd actually come to see is this, the most famous steam train in the world, possibly. This is the Mallard, which holds the steam traction land speed record, and it got that back in the 1930s, so it's not bad for 1930s technology. And how did they know how fast it was going? Because it was towing this. This is the dynamometer carriage, and it has taken me more attempts than I want to admit to be able to say dynamometer. As well as a large array of choo-choo trains, one of my favourite things about this museum is this. It's lots and lots of other little bits and pieces that have been collected that are sort of tokens from bygone days of the railway industry as opposed to just trains. There's lots and lots of background stuff here, lots of stuff from the dining cars, and that was a training set that they used for training, train set training on how to work the signals. There's also lots of little mementos of engines that have long gone, like these, the Lord Nelson class. Who remembers the Lord Nelson class? I've never actually heard of them. Anyway, it's a great place for a walkabout, and best of all, it's free to get in. They do try to get money out of you quite a lot. There are donation boxes everywhere, but you come in, it costs nothing, and yeah, it's not bad. And that's it, a steam-powered end to this episode of Scotland on a Shoestring. We do hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, if you have, please remember to like and subscribe and all that gubbins, and we will definitely see you next week for more.